We've all heard it a million times, right? Competition is good. It's the engine of progress, the thing that pushes us to be our best. But what if that's just not true anymore? What if the very thing that built our world is now the thing that's set to tear it all down? We're going to explore this really powerful idea today and see if it holds the key to our future.
So let's start with a big question. Is competition good or bad? I mean, it seems simple enough. We see it everywhere, in sports, business, even school. It's just woven into the fabric of our society. But the philosophy we're diving into today suggests the answer is way more complicated than a simple good or bad. And there it is, right up front, the core argument. What once guaranteed growth now apparently guarantees collapse. So how could the rules of the game change so completely? Well, to get it, we first have to go back and look at the world that competition built. All right, so let's rewind the clock. According to this philosophy, humanity just finished a very specific chapter in our history, one that had a really clear, almost guided purpose.
This period is called the Sun-Chun Shirei, which you could translate as the pre-heaven era. The best way to think about it is like a huge cosmic construction phase. Humanity's one job was to develop, to accumulate, and to build all the physical and intellectual stuff our world is made of. So, how did we get all this construction done? You guessed it, through competition. In this pre-heaven era, rivalry wasn't just a side effect of growth. It was the required tool. It was the force that made sure development happened, that knowledge was gathered, and that wealth was created. It had a job to do.
I mean, the mandate was pretty straightforward. Build everything we see around us. Develop society, gather up all the knowledge, create financial systems, build the cities, the whole shebang. And for that specific task, competition was the perfect tool. But, and this is a big but, what happens when the job is done?
And this right here is the crucial turning point in the whole argument. The idea is that we are no longer in that building phase, and trying to use those old tools now is actually incredibly dangerous. This philosophy suggests that humanity's foundational development is now about 70% complete. We've hit a kind of critical mass. The major construction projects of civilization are, for the most part, already finished. So here's the kicker. If the goal was to build and the building is pretty much done, then continuing to build through competition doesn't create anything new. It just creates a massive imbalance. It shoves all the resources into one place until the whole system just starts to buckle and then collapse.
I mean, just listen to how direct that warning is. It's not a soft suggestion. It's a flat-out declaration. The era of a competitive society, as we've always known it, is over. If we keep sticking to it, we're just playing a zero-sum game where eventually everybody loses. Okay, so if the old era is over, what comes next? This is where we shift from just diagnosing the problem to looking at the solution, which is a completely new way of thinking for humanity.
So welcome to the 후천개벽 시대, or the post-heaven opening era. This is a human-centric era. The divine guidance, the cosmic construction plan of the past, has done its job. Now, the responsibility is on us. The challenge is no longer about accumulation. It's all about application.
And this slide just lays it out so clearly, doesn't it? Our entire operating system has to change. The goal shifts from just growth and accumulation to something called righteous use. The method shifts from competition to creation. And maybe most importantly, the guiding force is no longer nature or some divine plan, but our own human responsibility, guided by a new principle.
And that new principle is called Jungbub, or righteous law. You can think of it as the new software for this new era. It's the philosophy of how to correctly use all the incredible knowledge, wealth, and power that we built up during that competitive era, not just for personal gain, but for the benefit of absolutely everyone. Okay, so I know this all sounds a little grand and philosophical, but what does it actually mean for us, right now, today? How are we supposed to operate in this new world? Let's break down the practical strategy.
The number one change is all about shifting your mindset. You have to stop fighting for a bigger piece of the existing pie. The new mission isn't to win a bigger share, it's to bake a completely new kind of pie that only you can possibly make. So here's the playbook. First, you have to look inward and find your unique, innate talent, that thing you were really put here to do. Second, you have to develop that talent into something the world has never seen before. And third, you use it to create brand new value, not just to jump into the old market of reselling things that already exist.
The source makes this really fascinating distinction to make it clearer. On one side, you have commerce, which is basically just selling stuff that already exists. That path is always competitive, and in this new era, it only leads to failure. But on the other side, you have true business, which is all about creating something new that the world actually needs.
And that's the key right there. When you create something truly unique that comes from your own talent, you just exit the rat race entirely. You're not competing anymore because nobody else can offer what you're offering. You've literally created a category of one.
So, let's bring all this home. This isn't just some big, abstract theory about the future of society. It's really a direct call to action for every single one of us.
The ultimate takeaway is this. Humanity's job description has changed. We're not cosmic construction workers anymore, tasked with just building more stuff. We're now the custodians of everything that's been built. And our new challenge is to figure out how to use it all wisely, righteously, and for the good of everyone.
So, this all leaves us with one final and really crucial question. In an era that no longer rewards competition but absolutely demands creation, the most important thing any of us can do is figure out our unique contribution. So, what is the unique creation the world is waiting to receive from you?